Hello and welcome to Coffee and Memes. Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. David Davis promises that Brexit will not throw Britain into a Mad Max dystopia. What is the world coming to when MPs have to suddenly start making these promises? Yeah, don't worry, it's not going to turn into a post-apocalyptic sort of desert hellscape where gangs of marauding, heavily armed trucks and cars are roaming about, murdering, raping and pillaging. Tom Hardy's there. He's got some shit all over his face as usual. People are just whirling chains round their heads. It's every man and woman for themselves. This is absurd. Now the light's fucked up. Look, maybe it's not going to be fine. Fuck, maybe it is going to turn into a post-apocalyptic hellscape. I'm starting to get worried now. Jesus. Let's get this light back over here. It's probably okay. It'll probably be fine. The Brexit Secretary promises not to engage in race to the bottom in standards after Brexit. However, pro-EU campaigners say he's living in cloud cuckoo land. Well, it's great to hear that people on both sides are taking a rational, intelligent, nuanced approach to this debate and not just resorting to childish name-calling. Hey, look, it's not going to turn into a Mad Max-style dystopia. Hey, shut the fuck up, you silver-headed fucknugget. You're living in cloud cuckoo land. Only one way to settle this, break out the Thunderdome. Fucking hell. Britain will not descend into Mad Max-style world borrowed from dystopian fiction after Brexit. David Davis promised today. This is ridiculous. Speaking in Vienna, Austria, the Brexit Secretary sought to reassure the European Union that Britain will not seek to lower legal and regulatory standards in order to compete with the European market. Yeah, it's just going to turn into a nice post-industrial, libertarian utopia where there are no laws, everyone just, does their own thing, and you can fortify your camps and maybe just spend your days sat atop a turret with a sniper rifle, making sure that no one comes and tries to steal your potatoes. We will continue on our track record of meeting high standards after we leave the European Union. Well, thank God for that. Now I know this is ridiculous. Now, I know what you're thinking. There are few places quite as sexy as the back office of a Tesco Metro. Teenager filmed in sex act with Tesco manager says she wants to run away to Brazil. The 19-year-old said that the clip has now been shared so many times her family are calling her the Kim Kardashian of Norwich. Fucking hell. Poor girl. Well, at least her family got a sense of humour. Oh, God. A teenager who was caught on camera romping a Tesco colleague in a staff room has spoken out. I fucking love the word romp. Literally, you never hear it outside of the tabloid press when they're using it to describe some sort of illicit sex act. Like maybe soccer stars, two in a bed romp with page 3 stunner. Wayne Rooney caught in sex romp with busload of OAPs. Dubstep DJ and trance megastar in ketamine-fueled romp in backstage disabled toilets. Cast of Deal or No Deal in 10 in a bed romp with Noel Edmonds dressed as Little Bo Peep. The list goes on. Like, no one ever uses it in real life. Like, even if you were at work and you caught two of your colleagues going at it in the stationery cupboard, later on when you're gossiping to Karen from accounts, you'd never say, "Oh, you never guess what I saw? Mary from HR and Peter from the warehouse romping in the stationery cupboard." Or, like, you'd never use it in a message while texting your girlfriend saying, "Oh, hey babe, just on my way home, I picked up a bottle of wine, maybe later you fancy a steamy 2 in a bed sex romp, like kiss kiss." Like, she'd think you'd lost your fucking mind. But I mean, you could text her that. In fact, I implore you to text your significant other, sext them, and try and get the word romp in there somewhere. Like, screen grab it and send it to me, and I'll put the best ones on the show next week. Like, send it to me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Discretion is assured. Don't worry, data protection and all of that. Anyway, back to the Kim Kardashian of Norwich. Bakery manager Caitlin Kirkby hit headlines this week after a group of men filmed her engaging in a sex act with head of fresh produce Neville Fox, 35. That is it's a gross thing to do, to film two people having sex and then put it on the internet. Like, that's not cool. The 19-year-old says that the clip has now been shared so many times her family are calling her the Kim Kardashian of Norwich. Unlucky. After the footage was posted last weekend, Kirby and Fox were escorted from the premises. They both later quit their jobs. It's a rough way to go. Speaking to The Sun, Miss Kirby, who had worked at the store since she was 16, said she was sorry to Tesco's. Poor Tesco's. She added that she had damaged the brand as a result of the romp. Romps have consequences, people. And she wanted to flee the country and escape the backlash. The teenager said, "It'd been a really mad week. I think I might move to Brazil to get away from it all. Perhaps it's much more acceptable to romp in Brazil. I don't know, I've not been there. If it is, fantastic. I'm going to book my next holiday. I had to delete all of my social media because of the comments. It went completely out of control. I had 304 requests on Facebook after it came out, mainly from teenage boys." Fuck's sake. That's awful. Neville Fox reportedly said he had split from his long-term partner, 54-year-old manager from the same branch. Uh-oh, the plot thickens. Oh, look how sorry he is, though. Have you ever seen anybody that sorry? That you can tell that he's really sorry if you just look at the shape of the mouth and the way the lip sort of juts forward. That's the face of a sorry person. You may have noticed it in toddlers. My older sister's really jealous. She says we're now the Kardashians of Norwich. She would definitely have preferred it if she had got fame out of this. What kind of family is this? What kind of world are we living in where we think that this is a great route to a happy life? Oh, I know what you should do. Get caught romping in the back of Tesco's. They'll make you the Kardashians of Norwich. Yes, this is what I want for my future. This is how I'm going to give a better life to my family in the lake. That's how people talk in Norwich, probably. A teenager who said her parents were a bit shocked. Oh, fucking get a grip, Metro. The teenager who said her parents were a bit shocked, not that shocked, over the footage, claimed the 35-year-old also told her he had split from his long-term partner, a 54-year-old manager at the same branch. However, this was later to be found untrue. Tesco said, "We are taking this issue very seriously and launched an immediate investigation." Just too much innuendo in that. Hold the front page. Time traveller Edward claims he's returned from the year 5000 with photo proof and a chilling warning about the future of humanity. Dun, dun, dun. Another person has come forward to claim they have time travelled, and they say they have chilling proof of the future of humanity. The man, known only as Edward, gave a secretive interview where he claimed to have a photograph from the year 5000 showing Los Angeles underwater. Now, Edward, I'm afraid this is not new news. This is not news. You might like to remember the pop band Busted. They were also time travellers, and they have been to the year 3000. And what did they note when they came back? That, although not much has changed, everyone does live underwater. This is not news, Edward. We know this to be fact. A video posted on Apex TV shows Edward describing what led him to time travel as he sits in what is thought to be an Armenian park. His face is hidden and his voice distorted as he claims he was part of a top-secret experiment in 2004. Ooh. This is what gave him the chance to time travel, he says. During his admission, he pulls out a photo from his jacket and says it was taken 3,000 years in the future. Ooh. You would have thought that in 3,000 years we would have better technology than physically printed out photographs, but I'll go with it. It apparently shows Los Angeles deep underwater. He says, I will tell you a story which will amaze you and you will be astonished. That sounds like clickbait already. He was working in LA in a laboratory when he says he was offered an assignment to go to the future and take pictures. He said, I appeared to place. It was unbelievable. I appeared to place. What does that mean? I was standing on a huge wooden platform. Not only me. Houses, buildings, of course, all made from wood. And after I realized it was the same city, Los Angeles, but underwater. He said he spoke with people who lived there and they told him the flood happened due to global warming. The world dropped underwater, he claims, after the ice caps melted. Now, I think I might have worked this out. I think I'm about to blow the whole thing wide open. Edward Well, I think what's happened to Edward is that perhaps he's been on the devil's lettuce, the greeny chronic, the Maui Maui, the Buddha, and a little bit of and watched Waterworld with Kevin Costner.
The temperatures climbed. The vast fields of ice at its poles melted, and the oceans rose. Centuries later, few people remain on this planet once called Earth.
Dude, I totally went to the year 5000. The ice caps melted, bro. Everyone lives on wooden houses on the water or something. Fucking Kevin Costner's there. Oh, dude, I've been to the future.